Welcome to fluxcore. We are outside, as you can see. We're touching grass so much. It's proof.
This is proof.
This is real, I think. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Maybe turf, I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, we're touching grass today. Pretty much today, our only goal is to talk about nature and like what UX could do about it, can do with it, stuff like that.
You know, we were both thinking, like, if you're a UX student that's scared, you're probably at the shed.
Boring place.
Yeah.
No grass, zero grass.
Zero grass, zero nature. Even if you try to go outside there, it's just concrete.
Yeah.
You know, and then you were thinking, this is a good reminder for everybody to like touch grass. You know?
Yeah.
And we were thinking, because like all of us have so much work. I'm literally coming back from my SCAD Pro work and recording this. So like my schedule, I'm screwed.
Absolutely.
This quarter.
It's week 3.
It is week 3 and I already feel the burn.
Yeah.
I'm scared for what's to come next, but I'm also reminding myself to touch grass. But today we want to cover things about UX and nature and how you can like kind of merge them together. And then just like what companies are doing, what other people are doing about nature, what like our alumni have done in the past. Stuff.
Yep. Just to give a little context, we are in just to dox ourselves. We're in Forsyth, which is like the humongous park in the middle of Savannah. We're on like the bigger grass expanse, I guess. There's like children screaming in the background.
Yeah,
like 2
adds
minutes
to the
ago.
ambience. Honestly, they're representing what I feel right now.
Yeah, our inner spirit, I guess. Spirit animal.
Yeah. But you feel like kicking kids and like punting them. As you can tell, we haven't done this in a while.
Yeah.
So
we're a little rusty.
And usually Neha and I at least share one class. We don't even have that.
Yeah, we don't have a class this quarter.
Which is insane. You would think that as the classes get smaller and smaller.
I know. Well, it's also just like the UX classes don't have that much availability in general. Oh my god, side note, already. 2 minutes into the podcast.
I know.
Registering for junior studio was such a pain in my ass. Oh my god. Because there were 18 seats and I had registration like 3 days before like the earliest registration for seniors or juniors or seniors by credit. I don't know. It was annoying, but I couldn't get into junior studio, so I had to like change my entire course schedule around it. But whatever. It's okay.
Yeah.
Everything works out in the end.
It really sucks. But
it does.
For me, if I want to take my capstone in fall, which is very early.
Yeah.
Capstone's next to next quarter starts.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, for you, I'm doing it. I have to do it in the winter, which is fine by me, because I still have to junior studio and fall, which is fine. Whatever.
No, I mean
we take what we can get.
No, I mean my substitution request hopefully goes through for 380. But
380 is usability testing. I'm taking that right now. Actually, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah?
I didn't know there was like that many layers to it. It's more of a research class, but like we're learning how to like structure usability tests and like things you have to make sure to do. Like you have to remain neutral the entire time and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Which I know can be very hard for people.
Yeah.
You can't.
You got opinions.
Yeah, you can't be opinionated, which is, as you can imagine, very hard for people who run a podcast, but whatever.
You have to be objective.
Yes, objective.
What do you mean opinions, man? We don't give opinions.
Well, yeah. Aren't we very neutral on this podcast? Comment down below if you think we're neutral on this podcast.
Please like and share.
Please like and subscribe.
Like and share, like and subscribe too now.
Yeah,
we're on YouTube. Oh, that's crazy to think about. Yeah.
But anyway, I think like the interesting thing, like, I was gonna say it in the beginning, but like UX and nature usually don't belong in the same sentence ever. Because when you explain UX to someone, you're like, yeah, it's app and web development.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with nature?
It's like tiers of how you explain it.
Yeah.
You know, if it's somebody who asks you like a rhetorical question about what UX is, then in your mind you can like go into you're designing the moment between the human and the machine.
Yeah, per our chair.
Type shit.
Clark DeLashment.
Yes. And to that I say type shit.
Type shit.
I agree. I think he puts it very succinctly.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's like my grandparents or something, I'm just saying software design.
Yeah, software development.
Software.
SWE. Yeah.
Claude code.
Claude.
I keep accepting. Yes.
But
approve.
Oh my gosh.
Bypass everything.
Yeah, hacking into the mainframe.
Yeah, that too, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's not what we do at all. But I don't know. I think like when you think of nature, immediately the first thing, like especially in the modern age of technology, like the first thing you think of is like I want to be nowhere near my phone or anything that has a screen on it or anything that is like modern technology. And I know somebody will try to argue that like, well, the wheel is technology, and like, well, that's true. I'm talking about like anything digital stuff, yeah, which is like our main realm of expertise. Yeah. So I don't know, it's interesting that like those two can exist in the same space if you do it right. And I think it's more of like, I would go so far as to say is like advanced UX, because like you have to think about interaction outside of like basic screen interactions or whatever.
I mean, I guess it's more of what's your goal.
Yeah.
Going towards nature, right?
Yeah.
Because there are some people who like say nature, but then what they really want is like getting away from technology, for example. And right now it's nature, which is amazing, by the way.
Yep.
Awesome thing to do, but I'm saying if it's like getting away from your phone, or like I guess social media addiction is the thing, then like Opal and all of those like focus apps count towards that, or like give that effect of like escaping.
Yeah.
But if it's more of like being in nature and like
being in the moment.
In the moment, or just like surrounded by like, for example, trees, or like whatever this mysterious thing is that I'm touching right now. Like, I think connecting in those terms, that is like something tricky with technology, especially right now. But if it's escape, then I think there are like things already for it. Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can think about like even outside of digital interactions, like what do physical interactions look like? And I know like we definitely are encouraged to look beyond like digital interactions or like I guess, I don't know, digital centered interactions with like certain classes that we take, like 325 last quarter. The whole idea of that was to like rethink what an interaction even is and like how people can like approach something and, I don't know, interact with it in a non-conventional way.
Interaction is one thing, and then also just data.
Yeah.
Because how like I started thinking about data and like what you can actually work with like completely changed. Yeah. And the things we were working with were very rudimentary. Like all of the Arduino like sensor, we were like basically just playing with toys.
Yeah.
In terms of like what you can do with electronics. And I think that gives me a greater appreciation for like the technology we use every day, because it's so like compact, and also it just like works. Yeah. Like I remember like we would celebrate the small wins with Arduino.
It's like, I got something to work, and it's literally like a light turning on.
I know.
Wow. Revolutionary.
Exactly. Like when I was doing the exercises first, it was like, oh, this isn't working. Let me see what's wrong. And then you think about like how many like things your phone is doing at the same time. You know, whereas our systems are doing one thing at a time. Yeah. So gives me a greater appreciation, and also just like how much you can work with. Yeah. I guess as UX designers. But yeah,
fun stuff. I mean, it's interesting to think about like how we got from point A to point B in the first place with like how it's like one of those things where it's like, how did somebody even figure out that that's something you can do? Yeah. But I don't know, like
we used to like crush rocks together.
Yeah. And
to make sphere, and then like I don't know, made fire, and we were like, whoa, this is crazy. And now we like go to space.
Well,
Well,
we've done more than space. Now we have AI chatbots.
Yeah, the pinnacle of humanity.
Yes, this is our peak. We start plateauing from there.
Yes, we start going actually
Innovation.
down.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think like in general, when I think of how I've interacted with nature, I mean, my family and I have traveled quite a bit, and especially a lot when I was a kid. And like national parks were something I used to go to a lot. Thank you, FDR. I think that's the right president to thank for that. Somebody fact check me on that.
Yeah. It's gonna be you who fact checks
that. Is true. It is gonna be me. But
future Neha fact check that.
Yeah, fact that shit. Fact. I'm cutting that out.
Fact that shit.
Fact that shit. But
right.
Yeah, I mean, I think like one of the things I definitely remember was they used to have like a little, or they still do, I don't know why I'm saying they used to, but they had like a little station where you can get like specific stamps for each national park, and you can stamp it in your passport.
Yeah.
Or just like collect stamps. Like that was cool. It's a fun little interaction, especially like for kids. Like they like collecting things, I guess.
Yeah.
But like there's stuff like that, and then I think I remember going into souvenir shops and like trying to look for my name in like the souvenirs. I have all the different names on them, and like I knew I was gonna get disappointed because I have an ethnic name.
Yeah.
But like I would still look for it every time, and I'd be like, oh man, it is in there, whatever.
No, you should. You know what would be funny if there was like a gift shop with only ethnic names. And it was like, even in like Indian names, there's like so many niche.
There are, yeah.
Indian names, like it's like all of those.
I mean, my name is common.
Yeah, I know.
Name. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of niches.
Even mine, but I'm saying you don't have names like John.
Yeah.
In there, it's just.
Hey, there could be.
Yeah, Bala Subramaniam.
Yeah. That could be crazy.
Yeah, you just have that as a keychain.
But yeah, I mean, like, I think, and I mean, you might know more about this, but in terms of, if we're going to call it like interaction or how people like engage with national parks or like things that are meant, like nature that can be engaged with without it being like endangering, I don't know, I guess I could go so far as to say it's getting a bit outdated, like with what currently exists, and I don't know if it's like a space of innovation that people have looked into where it's like, okay, how can we kind of merge the two spaces together? Because I feel like right now there's such like a huge, I think especially in the US, I'm not sure if this exists anywhere else, but like there's such a big distinction between like places where these like kind of advanced interactions live and like places where they're kind of absent, but they're absent for a reason.
Yeah.
But it really just depends on like what the medium is between the two. But I don't know, you explored more about that, I guess.
I mean, when, so for context, for UX Studio One, you're supposed to choose a brand and create an extension using like the technologies change all the time.
Yeah.
So for us, in our brand extension, we needed to use AI and like immersive like technology and do those explorations. So we chose the National Park Services, and I have been to a couple of national parks with my family, and they are really beautiful. And I think the infrastructure they have, I've only been to the popular ones. So like they are like roads, visitor centers, and it was like well connected, and it was a good system. And yeah, when we were researching, we found that everybody loves national parks. Like no qualms with it. They have like memories that they like, you know, all of that fun stuff. But when we asked them when's the last time they had been, we didn't get an answer which was below 1 year. And most of the income that national parks get are from like entries and like merch and all of that. So we were thinking, okay, why, if people love it so much, why aren't they able to go? You know, and we found out that there was like there are so many things that you have to do before like even going to the park and experiencing it. Especially if you're going to one of the popular ones and they're far from you, that's at least like an overnight stay, right? So like that's the whole planning involved, like. And we were thinking about, okay, how can we bring like urban populations and people who live farther away from national parks to them? And yeah, we used immersive. One of the missions for the National Park Service, apart from just preserving nature, is also to educate.
Yeah.
So our focus shifted from like just national parks to like education, and that is where we were really able to like incorporate technology well. I think just instead of like recreating like base nature like what we are right now, we try to recreate the effects nature has. So we had like different modes. So like exploration mode is like you're hiking or like going around places and just like discovering things. And then for more like calm or like inner peace kind of things, it's like the meditation mode, and it has like a bunch of things inside. And then yeah, it was a really fun project. I did that last quarter. That's why like I can yap so much about it. But
you're not under an NDA.
I'm not under an NDA, so I can definitely yap about it. But yeah, it's like one of those projects that I first time got to pick my own team, and man,
that's always rewarding.
Oh my god, it's like, you know, you get a feeling of, am I supposed to be doing something more? Because everybody just has like such good synergy with each other, and like that is like, when we were working, it was just so like, I didn't feel overwhelmed at any point. I don't think anybody else did, hopefully. But yeah, it was just like a great project overall.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I did do user testing for that.
Yes.
So I'm not gonna act like I don't know what you're talking about.
I know.
But yeah, I mean, it's interesting like the way that you were looking at it, and like the angle that you decided to explore. Because I think, I mean, every city is different, of course, but not a lot of cities have like this, where you have some sort of connection to nature. And we're very lucky to have this, like a nice big park that we can just kind of like touch grass in, crash out in, whatever, I don't know, like tickles your fancy. I don't know what the word is, but
tickles your fancy.
I don't know what the phrase is, but yeah, like it's just
whatever fancies you.
Whatever fancies you. But for those who don't have it and still have that like craving, I guess, to be near nature and not like surrounded by, I don't know, buildings or something. Concrete jungle. Yeah. Okay. Calm down. We can't get demonetized. We don't make money off this. But but I mean, for those people, I guess it's difficult to have something accessible, especially when you live in a country where urban infrastructure is a bit shady and you can't get anywhere without a car. Yay! But
Sir Oglethorpe was ahead of his time, huh?
He really was, I guess.
So in Savannah, apart from just this giant park, we also have like squares of green patches. Insert photos here of what they look like. Yes. But yeah, those act like blockers in between like just urban spaces and then like green space, and also act as roundabouts. So I think
is true.
It's like pretty neat. It's like a 3-in-1 almost. And yeah, great city planning, and that is more of like a systemic way of how urban spaces are getting like nature into them.
It's kind of like greenwashing, or I don't know if that's the right term.
Greenwashing. I think greenwashing is more for like products.
Oh, is it?
Greenwashing is when you label something which is like, oh, eco-friendly,
and then it's not actually.
Like made using like natural flavors or something. And
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So
I was thinking like when people integrate like plants into architecture. I forgot there's a term for it. Editor, look that up. But
Editor Neha, look that up.
Editor Neha, look that up. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting that like, why did you choose national parks in the first place? Is there a reason behind that?
I mean, when we came together as a team, we were trying to think of how can we work on something that we may not get to work on like in the industry. Like, I'm not saying that we wouldn't get to work on like national parks or like all of those, but I think we just wanted it to be like something experimental and something that is like very like kind of niche, but also like out there.
Yeah.
And additionally, like everybody's interests. Like, I know our seniors did a project on Disney World.
Oh yeah,
for
true.
Dreamline.
Yeah.
That was really fun, and as like part of their observation studies. I mean, they actually did observation studies,
yeah.
but like they went to Disney World. You're like, what's a cool place we could go to? Yeah, and we came with national parks, and we were like, yeah, we would love to do that.
So did you run into any like challenges when you were thinking about like what the solution is going to be, or I don't know?
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, like nature and UX, they're like kind of hard to put together. And even when we were doing research, people didn't want to interact directly with technology.
Yeah.
As like one of the things, like in early on in the process, we had like concept reactions, all of that, just to understand what people are looking for. And many of them rejected concepts which are like VR or like something that you like actively touch and interact with to like show nature. They just wanted it to be something like, okay, I go in and it's a base experience that I signed up for, and then like that's it. Inside I like do my own thing or like follow what I selected before.
Yeah.
So it was like, I guess one of the big challenges was like, how can we integrate technology or like design a technology solution for this without making it like intrusive or something that they have to interact with directly. So it was because we wanted to change based on like what they're doing inside, but we could clearly like not have them physically interact or like touch panels.
What can I say? No, sorry.
Yeah, so that was like an interesting challenge, and that is where like a lot of our AI integrations came in.
Yeah.
As to how nature is like behaving around you. Obviously, it's like subtle.
Yeah.
But in terms of like making the experience more background, that is where we like faced a lot of challenges.
Yeah, I think like the one thing, and I'm sure like your research reflected that also, but I think like people in general, like even just if we remove the nature aspect from it, people in general now just kind of don't want to be on their phones anymore. I don't know if that's true, but I mean that's a personal sentiment that I have. Or like if someone tells me to download another app to do something, I get sick of it immediately. I just like, I don't want to download another app. It's so boring. And I know it's kind of like scandalous for me to say as a UX designer, but oops. But I mean, the whole idea is that we're like reimagining, and this is what Clark tells us all the time, where it's like, you are the future of UX. You have to think about
future leaders
of UX.
Future leaders of UX.
But we have to think about like what the future is going to be, because I mean, our professors are telling us one thing, and then we're like seeing another thing in terms of like the shifts in technology and whatnot, whatever. But I think like we've been kind of like attached to like screen interaction for the past like decade, I guess, 2 decades.
Well, if we're talking about touchscreen specifically, it's from 2007.
Okay, so that's
but if we're talking
20 years,
like graphical user interfaces, that has been there for like
a while. Yeah, but either way, like, and I think this is one of the things we were kind of learning about in 340, which is interactive product design. You can't really fix everything with a screen in general. And like you can kind of see that with like cars is one of the examples that they were showing, where it's like if we want to be, or if we want to come across as the pinnacle of innovation in the automotive industry, put a screen on it. Like that's not how that works. Yeah. Because half the time it's not actually solving a problem. It's just you're doing it to save face. And that could be a problem, but I don't know. Thoughts?
I think for phones, I think. I've heard a lot more people being like, oh, I'm on my phone too much. Yeah. And blah, blah, blah. And this is like all anecdotal evidence, but I haven't heard anybody is like, oh my God, I want to be on my phone.
True.
You know, like it's like, I have this phone I use it for like work sometimes, or do like important stuff on it. But
like doom scrolling.
Well, when I was
So
saying,
important.
when I was saying important, I mean like actual messages and like actually like talking to people instead of like spamming them with reels. What's the last time I sent you a reel? I don't even remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a great question.
That's like I haven't like even scrolled Instagram, I think.
Yeah.
In like some time because I'm just like.
I'm honestly sick of it at this point.
Yeah.
It's getting to a point where it's like boring, and I don't know. Like I get like the craving to be on a flip phone again for some reason, and just like deck it out, like put a bunch of rhinestones on it, get like a cute like.
You bring that up, and I'm low key like.
It would be so cute. Like,
it would be nice.
Like, it's a thing too. I think people are like reverting. I mean, people have been doing that for years now, where they're like, "Oh my God, Y2K, whatever, and like old technology that people were like imagining is like what the future of technology would be, like in terms of the way that it looks. That's becoming popular again because it looks cool and it's not just like a brick. But like aside from that, like I think, yeah, people just want to be on their phones less in general, and I think their immediate like solution to that is to touch grass, because it's like one of the more accessible things that you can do to like mediate it. But
I mean, for me, how I see it, it's like a byproduct of having it, right? Like obviously, like what we are recording this on a phone right now.
We are
10 years ago even, or like 5 years ago, we probably would have like another camera to be doing this. So I think it's bringing technology to like a lot of people that would have needed to buy like specialized things into like one thing. So I think access is something that like we kind of take for granted now in terms of technology. Like there's so much you can do if you just have like a laptop or like phone, like on a phone especially. In high school there was this one girl who was leading all of the art directions and stuff, and she connected like her it was like a Huion tablet to her phone, and she was drawing on the tablet and using her phone as a screen.
Oh, that's so cool.
She did not have a laptop, she did not have a tablet, she just had a phone, and she like produced these like beautiful illustrations and like all of that. So I'm just saying like what you can do with technology is like so much more now. I think it's about like the experiences feeling more in control of the user than something that like you're served. I think like if like decision fatigue is another thing that we have to like think about.
Do you want to explain what that is?
So decision fatigue, you can think about in our day, like an average person, correct me on this, editor Neha, but makes 12,000 to 15,000 decisions in a day.
Dang.
And when I say a decision, I mean like getting up in the morning and then like shutting off the alarm. That's a decision, because you can go like snooze or you can like stop. And all of that.
That's true.
So in a day, you can only make so many decisions until like you're tired, and then you like cannot think of anything, and then you have like brain fog. So a lot of the services that we design, they try to eliminate like that block that we have, or just make it easier to take decisions. And based on that, if we like keep going by that principle, the easiest way to not to reduce decision fatigue or taking decisions is like having things be served to you and like getting things to you. And obviously it's like it has its place and it's convenient in areas, but then in other areas it could like quite literally be detrimental to you. Even if it's like you could like take more decisions for that, I guess. So I think that's like a big thing. Like you have so many things to like do and like things that are happening. Like I don't think people realize we still have the same brains as the people who had in like 1700s, 1800s.
Oh, like our brains haven't evolved?
No, we are just exposed to more technology.
And we have a lot more now. in general. I don't know. I had this like weird theory where I was talking about this with like a couple of friends where it was like, I don't think we were meant to go this far in terms of like, I think the furthest that we were supposed to go as a species was like tribes or something, where we were just kind of like roaming around like hunter-gatherer or whatever, and then that's where we were supposed to stop, but we kind of just kept going. And that is like a human thing, like this, I don't know, greed or whatever, but
I would say it's ambition.
It's like, ambition, determination, like the human,
just the
what is it, the
curiosity, I would say too. I think it's like all of
the indomitable
like wonder.
Spirit,
I think wonder is like a word that I want to bring back to just like my work as well.
That's true. I feel like it's so like it gets dampened really easily.
I really like what I really strive to do in my work, even when I'm like researching something, is like to actually have a sense of wonder. Like I want to understand like how this thing works. And like how all of those questions, and like really like be curious about it. Because I mean, you don't understand how like all of these things are working until like you actually start looking into it.
Like breaking it apart and putting it back together. It's
I know.
One of the most basic methods of doing that, which is great. It works. It does its job.
I know. And then like economics, for example, we have like a brief thing that we cover in business over economics, but like the simple thing of going to a cafe and buying a coffee. If you try to lay out all the steps right from like harvesting the coffee to like having it in your hand, like the system that goes behind it, and we don't even think about it every day.
It's incredible.
It's honestly like beautiful.
It's mind-boggling, honestly.
And it's like those kinds of things when I'm like exposed from the projects I get to do over
you have
here.
To think about it.
I mean, I cannot help but just be in awe, and then like I love working on it. But there are like, again, things obviously in like SCAD projects that you do, they're very much driven by like you, the designer. Whereas when you go outside, the design is more driven by like other factors. So like, you know, companies, like what they want, obviously, and then like we don't take losses when we do these projects.
But in SCAD.
In SCAD, when we do these projects, if it's especially if it's like, I don't know, the max you're spending is like, I don't know, $200-$300, but that is for like the physical stuff.
It depends, for physical stuff.
And everything else, like you're designing digitally. Like we don't really have like a risk when it comes to money, but when you actually go outside, the company pays you like 6 figures to like get this shit done, basically. So like things obviously change, but when I like think about systems and like, I guess when we say like technology and where we were before with like nature and stuff, that is just like something I think about. And I mean, I'm not exposed to it obviously because I'm still a student, but that is something I'm
well, this is the time for you to like not figure everything out, but at least like learn from what you can. Like this is when you can fail. And like between like your first job or whatever, where there actually are like stakes and money and stuff involved, this is when you can actually like you're allowed to fall down, because that's the whole point. Like you don't learn if you get everything right the first time. You have to make mistakes, which is great. Beautiful. Love that. Love the fact that I can do that.
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like when you look back at everything and you like see everything for what it is, it's like, wow, like damn, that's crazy. I'm so articulate.
Yeah, and when you go back, you're like, oh my god, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Okay. I'm gonna figure out how to say things better in 2 seconds. But
we recorded 1 episode last quarter.
We did. Okay, you don't have to call me out on that. Jesus.
No, I'm not saying it's like you or me thing. I'm just saying we're both like.
We both suck. We just can't fucking run a podcast.
We have one fucking job.
One fucking job.
We just cannot fucking do it. But
my chungus life.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is a good time for us to take a break, touch more grass, be immersed. Yeah, isn't it great? How do you feel? Do you feel better? Do you feel less stressed? Okay, well, he does that. We're gonna take a break. I'll see you in like a minute, 30 seconds? I don't know. But anyway. Imagine this. You spent some time making this really cool, awesome doodle, and you're like, wait, I could totally make this into a poster or something. So you take your doodle and then you drag and drop it into drag and drop it into the third time's the charm, maybe? No, okay. Well, you can basically do that now with Figma's AI tools. First, take your doodle, snap a picture of it, and then drag it into Figma. You should see the option to remove the background, so go ahead and do that. Let it work its magic for a little bit, and boom. Now I want to vectorize it to go into more, vectorize, let it do its thing, and yeah, now you have a really nice vector. I want it to be black and white, and I'm just going to get rid of that little smidgen over there. Done. Awesome. So now I have a really cool doodle in Figma that I can fully customize, drag and drop into some fun posters that I can make for my friends, and yeah, amazing graphics unlocked in Figma. Want to give it a shot? If you're a student or educator, you can play around for free with Figma EDU. Just send in your transcript or your tuition receipt, get verified, and then get figging. Or something. I don't know. Back to the episode. We're back. I was laying in grass for 2 seconds.
I don't know. It was mysterious. I was wondering how I can monetize this and democratize, integrate B2B SaaS, horizontal, vertical,
diagonal, quadrilateral.
Yeah, integration into this.
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about how many Walmarts could fit in this park.
I know.
With a parking lot.
Exactly. Why do you think Walmart has the best sunset spots? Parking lots.
Parking lots. It's just, we need more. I don't think we have enough, actually.
Right. In Savannah, definitely.
We don't actually. That's not like a joke. We actually don't have enough parking spots.
Actually, we need more parking spots.
Or we could make public transportation better so that people don't have cars.
I don't know. What if we just had like a bunch of cars like lined up together, and they all like just go one direction, like they just keep going straight, but they're like, these cars are like connected to each other. You know what I mean?
No.
And then like this car, like it doesn't even have to be a car. It can be like a cabin where people can go in, and it has like a big engine in the front.
Yeah.
And we have like tracks, right? Like the tracks where they can go really fast on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how fast? Like what? 200.
Like I'm talking
miles
like.
Per hour?
Yeah, really fast, like 200 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Way faster than a car. Where it's like a bunch of cars like connected to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we just like go like really far distances. Like you don't even have to like drive anything or pay attention to the road. It's just like one person doing it.
I think that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
That's called a train.
Yeah. I'm kidding. I took the train all the way here. I love Amtrak. Yeah. I mean, not sponsored. Not sponsored, but Amtrak's pretty cool. You should take it sometime.
Amtrak's gonna sponsor a podcast which gets 25 views.
You know.
Yeah.
But we don't make money off of it anyway.
Yeah.
Even if we did, we'd make 1 cent.
Yeah.
Shout out to the 1 cent donor.
Yes. I wonder who it was.
I wonder who it was. Top 1%?
Top 1%. Who was in the top 1% of our Spotify?
We still don't know. Let us know.
We don't know. Like, I listened to every episode like once because I just wanted to like see what it's like. Mm-hmm. And then there's somebody who listened to it more than me.
Yeah.
How does that make sense?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense because we don't make money off this podcast.
Okay.
So, if we're talking about how we personally connect with the nature all around us using UX products, apps, websites, I don't know. I guess what kind of I don't like saying apps, but what kind of technologies have worked well with facilitating that process for you personally? I don't know.
For me,
yeah. What do you do? What do you do when you want to touch grass? What's your like flow state?
I like to go on like runs. I would say if I'm having like a long day or I'm like okay, I
like
need
today.
to like. I don't even think I can take a run today.
No.
Probably tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow probably I'll be in Forsyth taking a run. So shout out.
Shout out.
Not like this episode is coming out tomorrow, so you wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like to have like the fitness apps for like running, especially. I use
Strava.
Strava is a good one. I use the Nike Plus running app.
I looked into that. It was interesting.
Yeah, I think it has a much better UX than Strava. And that's just me. You can do like a lot of things in it. I'm sure Strava also has those features, but you can log your shoes when you bought them, and then it like sees how much it would be worn off if you like add your like run into the app. So it's like really cool. I'm beating my running shoes to death right now because I don't want to get a new one.
That's fair.
New pair. And
how old are they?
Oh man, I think I got them 12th grade, like in high school. So it's been 3 years. And those are my only sport shoes. They have like holes in them. Yeah, they have holes in them. But you cannot see them from the outside.
That's okay. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would, I guess, empathize with my routine, which is just cue a bunch of shit into a playlist and then go to the park in the middle of the night and crash out.
Yeah. Or film TikToks with your friends.
Yeah.
With the Rio de Janeiro filter.
TikTok doesn't have that.
Oh,
actually, it's Instagram.
Instagram. Sorry, I like touch so much grass. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I think like it depends where I'm at, but like as we kind of discovered in the last episode, I'm a huge like music person. And I'm one of those people where like I can sit in silence if I wanted to, but 99.9% of the time I don't. So I like to have some nice like I don't know, emotion stimulating music to describe my current surroundings. Like I don't know, like if I'm in the middle of the park, at least I know one of my friends has a park playlist, like a Forsyth playlist that she listens to whenever she walks through the park. And it's great that like this park in particular has like a lot of events going on. Like every Saturday there's a market here. Like this entire, like here specifically there would be like a food market.
B-roll.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll see if I can get B-roll of it. I'll wake up early enough. But and like on the other side there's like an art market that a lot of the students here will like set up to sell their art, which is really cool. So there's always stuff going on, and like I think people have found their little niches in like how they interact and like how they like to enjoy like public nature spaces. But I don't know. I feel like back to the older points where I don't know how much technology or at least current technology helps to facilitate that. But I feel like with like especially like what you were saying with the running app, like it feels like more of a before and after situation, but not in between. Like in between, you want to be focused on like the beauty of the outside, but not necessarily like you don't want to be on your phone. And I don't know like how much stuff that's on your phone.
Well, I think really I can get an interesting analogy of this.
Okay.
You know, like people go on stargazing trips, and they would go to these like they call them like reserves.
Yeah.
Like I don't know like the exact term, but there are reserves in places where there's no like artificial light for easier way of stargazing. I've seen like technology plays like a very big role on it now, especially after I think the iPhone got AR capabilities.
Yeah, that's definitely helped quite a bit.
And I've seen where like stargazers are able to like point at the sky and then like look what constellations are there. And
my other friend does that like quite a bit. Like if we're out here in the middle of the night and there's like a bunch of stars, which usually like Forsyth is one of those places where you can usually like there's a huge absence of light here aside from like those street lights. So you can very easily see a lot of stars here. And so she'll like pull out her phone and be like, oh, that's Jupiter. And it's like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I thought that would be.
And like, I think that is like one of the spaces where technology really like integrates very smoothly.
Yeah.
Like even for our national parks thing, going back to that, it's more of like educating people on like nature and national parks than like recreating nature, I guess you can say, or like making you connect with nature in terms of just like being there.
Yeah.
It's more of like augmenting your experience based on like educating you then I don't know. I don't know like what you're doing when you're just like sitting.
True. Usually, at least for me, it's one of those things where, at least now, like being a full-time student or whatever, if I want to make it sound fancy, like you always have so much stuff going on, especially at SCAD. Like SCAD is one of those places where like something is always going on.
Yeah.
And with UX specifically, you're always like doing group projects, so group meetings and stuff, even outside of class, are always like taking up so much of your time. Or at least my time. I don't know if you have the same experience.
Okay.
But
we are both officers.
Yeah, there's that too. So it's like it's hard to find time to be with yourself, other than like going home and sleeping, I guess. So being in a nature spot where all of those factors are not influencing your current experience, that can be really nice. And I feel like my point is that like having a phone, like with what we were saying earlier, that does everything for you or does have everything on it and has these like so many capabilities, it's also like that's your sort of medium to like to be connected with everything else. And I think what people want to do when they come to a place like Forsyth is disconnect from that specifically, but then also just connect in other ways that are more unique to being outside, or that wouldn't necessarily be possible or as good as they would be if you were to be like in a place like this or something. I don't know, but I do see your point though, where it's like AR has definitely advanced quite a bit, especially with like Apple Vision Pro. Like that is insane, like the stuff that it can do. And I know it looks stupid when you're wearing it, but the experience is so like ingrained in like how you would normally interact with or naturally interact with something, that it's like almost invisible. Like if you don't think about the fact that you're wearing like a giant
That's helmet. On my bingo card, like my actual physical bingo card we made as
the beginning of the
our
year.
Fall
event,
winter.
But, we had
an event for winter kickoff for making bingo cards. That is one of my things that I want to try Vision Pro, because it's just like such a cool technology.
Yeah. And it does like do that where it like reimagines interactions almost, which is like, or I guess it makes like digital interactions more natural to what we're already used to, which is something that we have to think about a lot as UX designers. Like we can't force an interaction in a space where like people are not thinking about their decisions. It's like almost there's like a statistic about it, like how long it takes someone to decide whether or not they like the screen that they're looking at.
It's like in milliseconds.
It's milliseconds, yeah. And it's the same thing for like how they are choosing to move through screens or through an experience. Like it's the same thing. You're not really thinking about how you're doing it. You're just doing it. So it's hard to design for that, but at the same time, like when you're thinking about something that could integrate or at least like enrich your nature experience, like that's even harder. So I don't know. I find it interesting the way that you guys went about it, but then also our alumni here have done some interesting projects where it's at. Like there was Grove, which is a huge one. Yeah. You know a lot more about that than I do, but
Grove. It had like a bunch of people who graduated in 2025. Owen, shout out to Owen if you're listening to this. You're awesome, and I miss you a lot. But yeah, he for his capstone project worked on Grove, which also tackles like the problem of like urban areas and like nature spaces, but that is more so of like urban green spaces and how to manage that. And it was divided between like arborists, people who like take care of the trees in the city, and like citizens themselves and what they can do. You know, in the entire city of Savannah, I think there's only like 3 or 4 people who manage all the trees.
Wow.
And like logging all of that information. I think Savannah particularly has like a lot more trees than like other places.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very historic city. So a lot of there's not, I think the only like new development is SCAD pretty much. I could be wrong, but like a lot of it is like, I think that people here definitely prioritize preserving like the historical architecture, and then also not doing too much to the landscape to make sure that it's like the city that people know it to be, which is like pretty much. But yeah, as you were saying.
But yeah, I mean that project focused more on like management, on how to like maintain the existing nature we have, and creating like a system which builds upon like nature conservation in urban spaces. And I would say that is also like an area where technology is really helpful.
Yeah.
You know, like I have a minor in service design, so we go even beyond just like what we are designing, which is like one or like two or three touch points at one point. Service design is like the whole service that you're getting, and that kind of like broadens your perspective on things.
Yeah.
So when we are designing for UX, we think of like, okay, the user who's like actually using the device, and it's usually somebody who's like outside the organization.
Yep.
But then we have like a lot of people who need like internal systems, or like things that are like restricted, or like we are not doing in a certain way because of like another thing that is happening of like a systemic change. So I think Grove kind of dives into like how the system can be changed towards conserving nature, and I like that they had perspective of both what we could do as like residents of the city, but also like in the systems where actually like it's their job to take care of green spaces.
So what was their final product?
So their final product, it was like the whole Grove ecosystem, I would say. They had like a pin that you would have on the ground which monitors like soil health and shows all of that data. Then they also have like another plaque that you put on like the tree, and then people can go up to it and like user report whether the tree looks like it's in a good health. You just like, it's like an NFC thing, you tap it and then it opens up like a survey or like a short link kind of a thing. And then they have the phone app which is for like the visitors to like report stuff and just like look around the park for nature related things in their city. And then they have like a dashboard on their iPad which is for arborists to like actually manage all of the information. I think I'm covering everything. But let me know if I missed anything, Owen.
Yeah, I mean, that's fun. I don't know, I think it's good that they highlighted the fact that there is moral responsibility on both ends. Like, it's not just, we have to rely on the 3 people who know about trees to like maintain these natural spaces, but it's also on like people here who are constantly interacting with these spaces to not, well, A, like not mess them up or anything, but B, also just like learn more about their surroundings in general, and then also just knowing how to like interact with it in a not destructive way. But there were others as well. There was last year there was Sprig, which was a project centered around like managing, I think, farmers' responsibilities.
You have the famous photo of Neha wearing all of the hats.
All the hats.
Insert here. But your WhatsApp profile is also that. Managing all the hats. And she is managing all the hats for this podcast. So huge shout out to
me.
To myself.
Yeah, to myself. Me and the
thank you to me.
Thank you to me. I know. I do so much. But there was also Arlie, which I don't remember that well what their project was, but I do remember it was really cool, like what they had for their like I guess physical computing thing. It was like computer vision or something. It
was like a really close to Sprig, I think.
Yeah, it had something to do with managing like the land, I think, more than
it was like really close. I'm trying to I have their pin too on my bag, so it's kind of
mine
fell. Mine fell, the front plate. The front plate fell off.
Oh no.
From mine. Well, it had people that I knew there. Shout out to Zoe.
Yeah. And Chloe as well.
Chloe and Santos.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So many.
Oh, Corey was in Sprig.
Yes.
Yeah. What a
What a year.
What a year.
But yeah, I mean, nature, I guess, is like an untapped realm, but people are definitely looking into it here at the Savannah College of Art and Design.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry if you can't hear us. There's like a helicopter.
Yeah. I hope it's in frame.
I don't... Is it?
In the back.
Maybe in the back. Helicopter ASMR.
Helicopter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway. But I guess we can also talk about like what companies have been doing to address nature in their products. I know we kind of touched on greenwashing by accident.
Oops.
But are there any like techie things that have anything to do with...
Well, I think there are like
outdoors?
developments in technologies that make it more eco-friendly. Like aluminum, for example, 98%, 99% recycled.
Yeah.
Because it's just cheaper to recycle aluminum than like mine and like making more new of it. And then also like rare earth metals. Like I know battery companies are trying to use like recycled materials and all of that, just to like prevent mining these metals in like Africa.
Yeah, and like super dangerous conditions with very little pay, but
so there's like steps towards it.
There are effort is being made.
Yeah, and then there's also like external organizations, like the B group is one of them, and I forgot the other ones. But a B group is like a collection of organizations that focus on like sustainability and like eco-friendly products, which are actually like there are like systems in place to make it so. So there are like steps being taken, and some of the more like, I guess the bigger companies are also making claims towards it, because like Gen Z is now becoming more aware about like nature and their impact, and that is something like I think that is also like something, a consideration people put towards when it comes to like what they buy now. For sure. And then it's definitely like the landscape is definitely shifting in terms of like consumers being more conscious about the impact of their I don't know, products or whatever. Yeah. But and I would like to touch on right to repair as well. Right to repair is like an act which is getting passed in the US to like, I guess, democratize like repairing devices that are out there. Fun fact, it started from like car repairs actually. So earlier on there were some car parts which were becoming proprietary, and there was already an existing ecosystem of like car repair shops, because the average person is not gonna go under their car to like fix something, right? So that is where like the movement started, and I think in the auto industry they have like repairmen and like repairs are like way more common to do on your car than like technology, for example, like mobile technology, and that is because of like those movements and that like pushback. But now there's also like an increasing movement towards like repairability. I know brands like Fairphone, which just started releasing in the US, they have phones where the primary focus is like repairability. And they even provide resources for like if you wanted to replace something yourself. But you could also just give it to somebody and they can like do it in like a few minutes. And then even laptops, I think the USP that comes in with laptops for repairability is that you can upgrade them over time. Like framework laptops is another example where their whole focus is like you can tear apart the machine and really make it yours. You have an option for them to ship it like disassembled for like cheaper. Oh, interesting. And then you can just like build the whole thing yourself. Interesting. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of I don't know if this is a thing that they do or if it just like looks cool, but there's like Nothing, the brand, where they have phones now, but they have like headphones and stuff that I think
operate in a similar way. But it's interesting to see like the rise in that of like, I mean, it's already kind of been a thing with like PCs, I guess, but it is more, I think, making it more accessible to people who might not be as tech savvy.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
For sure.
And I guess it is making it more like reducing like carbon footprint with production and whatnot, which is good.
Yeah.
It's good that awareness is definitely also like taking off in that sector. And I'm glad that at least companies are making, or at least on paper, they're making an effort. I don't know if they actually are, but I also don't really know who's holding them accountable for that. But
yeah, I mean, the bigger companies that you would hear, especially in tech, they use a technique called like carbon credits, wherein they earn credits by having some parts of their process become eco-friendly. So these are things which could be as simple as, like, instead of using plastic bags, you start using paper bags.
Yeah.
For example.
Or, you know, our personal favorite, paper straws.
Yeah. Or like, yeah, we took out the charging brick from our phone boxes.
Oh, yeah.
To, like, make it eco-friendly.
Is that what that was for?
I mean, no. The justification on the stage was like, oh, so many people already have bricks. You don't need one.
That's
and
but then whenever you need one, you can never find one.
When
is that user error? Or is that
no, I mean, I think I think this was like one of the points that they had in the keynote that Apple presented to like the public, not even just like internal employees, which was you can like ship more iPhones per like plane ride. iPhones are only shipped on air, so yeah,
interesting.
They could like pack more in the plane if they like took out the charger.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that was the thing. And then yeah, just like carbon credits and like carbon offsetting, like they use some parts of the process to be eco-friendly to like continue or like keep doing like other parts of the process which are like harder to replace.
Yeah.
And sometimes those like processes are the ones which are like having the highest impact on like pollution and just like nature overall.
Yeah.
So we listed like a few companies in here which have their own claims to like towards nature and like sustainability. We wanna call some out, and then from like the huge platform that we have,
with such far reach,
with like such far reach,
with a humongous audience.
Yeah, it's just like so many people. Like I think all of the CEOs of the companies that we're talking about right now are watching this video because we matter so much.
Yeah. We like to, you know, shout out small creators every now and then.
Yeah, small creators like MKBHD in the channel, HTX. Shout out to HTX again, man.
For no reason.
For no reason.
They are cool though. You should definitely check them out. Like I think a lot of the things we talked about with like making, or at least reimagining interaction and like weird like ways that you wouldn't necessarily like conventionally think of, they definitely do a lot of that. So
yeah, and it's good stuff.
It's like, great stuff. It's good inspo.
Yeah. And yeah, shout out to them. Small creator.
Very small creator.
They're struggling.
Yeah. We're not projecting right now.
Nope, not at all. And then yeah, like Apple has their own like claims of becoming fully carbon neutral, which means the amount of the carbon they produce is the same as they like let go or like get away with from their products. So they want to become fully carbon neutral across their supply chains by 2030. And there's also like an ad campaign they did like a couple of years ago with like the Mother Nature one. I'm gonna put a clip of that here
if I can find it.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. I'm sure you can find it. But
okay.
Yeah, and then Microsoft was already carbon neutral in 2012, which is
really
crazy to think about.
That is crazy.
But now they aim to be carbon negative by 2030, which is crazy because that means their carbon output is less than like what is absorbed by their processes, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
Well, especially with like their investments in AI and stuff. I don't know how they're doing that.
Yeah.
But
I don't know how anyone's doing that with AI, to be honest. But
because we do know it just takes like a lot of power.
Yeah.
But
yeah, actually, maybe that's what we need here is a giant data center in the middle. Like, screw Forsyth, actually. Fuck this park. We don't need it.
Yeah,
just put, like, a
who needs a
giant
fountain
data center right here with a parking lot.
On top of it.
And then all of the water within a 100-mile radius, including the river, will be drained.
Drain the river.
Yeah.
Hashtag the big drain.
Yeah. Sounds like something you'd hear in, like, A-Push.
Big drain.
AP US History. Shout out if any of you took that. But, I mean, I think we could talk about that a little bit, like AI's impact on nature. And I think there was someone who brought up an interesting point, and I don't know if it holds up. I don't think it's holding up right now, but it very well could eventually. There is a beloved alumni that we love to hear from every now and then who works at Lenovo. Her name's Angela Martin. Shout out.
Shout out. If you're listening to this, shout out.
Shout out.
And we love you here.
Yeah. But she said that, like, they understand, especially, like, with her working at Lenovo, I'm sure she understands, that AI does have, like, a really bad environmental impact right now, of course. And there's a lot of other, like, nuances that go into it, besides the fact that it's really taking so much, like, drinking water, by the way. Not just, like, dirty, stinky poo-poo water. It's taking drinking water to cool down all of these machines. So it's bad. But she said, like, even computers that we, at least, like, the very first computers that we had right now, they also kind of had, like, a similar, like, environmental impact where it was bad and people were worried. But, like, eventually we could figure out a way for that to not be the case. And, like, with all of these companies, like, figuring out ways to, like, across their supply chain to make it, like, more carbon neutral and even carbon negative, like, that could be a possibility for AI. And while I'm not sure if I agree with that right now, it's an interesting point to think about. But I think my issue with it is that, like, I mean, I have a lot of issues with AI personally, but I think it's like, this is not like a great time to introduce something that has a detrimental environmental impact when, like, already we're at a point, or we're nearing a point where it's like the damage is irreversible for in a lot of aspects. And on top of the fact that, like, I mean, I think people think, like, okay, look, like, AI is just, like, draining a bunch of water, whatever. But you also have to think about, like, where they're putting these data centers. You can look into that. The communities, surrounding communities that are impacted by those data centers, they don't have running water. That's kind of a problem. Like, why is this something that we decided that, like, this is something we need to expand upon right now? You know? And I mean, that could be a whole other episode, but I mean,
my perspective is that, like, I have a hot take, which is that people don't still fully know how to use it.
Nope.
Properly.
Nope.
Like, yeah, like, I think coding is, like, a place where, like, people are using it a lot now, and I think I see more stuff about AI and coding than, like, AI and, like, I don't know, like, I mean,
like any other
like
space.
I don't know, like I know AI art was, like, a big thing before, and now I, like, barely hear about it. All I see is, like, I don't know, fruit Love Island on Instagram.
What?
That is like a thing, or, like, just, like, brain rot stuff, which is like,
wait,
what?
Did you hear about Sora getting taken down?
Yes, I did hear about that, and Disney also pulled out of their agreement with OpenAI.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
But
I mean, my thing is more of, like, we still don't know where we are going with it, and we are still in, like, the exploration phase of, like, oh, what can this do? What happens if I push this button?
Yeah.
And
which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I just don't know if the scale that it's at right now makes sense. And also, like, this is going to be another episode, but, like, I don't know. In terms of environmental impact in general, it weaves into a bunch of other things that are very important and we need to obviously think about. So like the next time you do use AI, like, and everybody here will say that, like anytime someone talks about AI in like a design talk or something, they will tell you like, we all know that we have to be conscious of like how much it takes to even power this thing. So like with the tokens and stuff that you're using, you have to use them like responsibly, of course. You don't want to be wasteful with it because of that. But that's a thing for another day.
Yeah, we could jump into that rabbit hole, but just to close the chapter on companies and company promises, this is like one of the companies where like their processes are so rooted in like it's so hard for them to change like the system.
Yeah,
it's gonna take a long time. So like Ford is going carbon neutral by 2050, and that is their claim.
Yeah,
and like I think all of like the car companies like in general, they have like these longer timelines because it's just not possible to like
right now
change.
Yeah, 2030 is 4 years from now. Like that's not, there's no way they're going to be able to do that in 4 years.
No, I mean 2050 for Ford.
Yeah,
which is like cars and stuff.
Yeah.
But like Apple and Microsoft, for example, they're jumping more into services. And if you're creating services like digital services, the only like main things you need are like people to create them and like digital tools. And right now it's like computers, and computers operate at like pretty like
high
really
speeds.
Good efficiencies now, especially Macs.
Yep.
Love Macs, but
got one already.
Yeah,
not sponsored.
Not sponsored, but would love to be. But yeah, like so I think like for them it's like much easier. But if you have like a car, like think about how many things like go in a car to make a car. So like things like that obviously we cannot change. But
yeah, and that's it. That's all we have to talk about. I'm pretty sure.
All we have to talk about. I have a 5 p.m. class.
Oh shit!
It's 4:30.
Oh, you're
right
fine.
now.
Wait, where is it? Is it the shed?
Adler.
You can just take pink and you'll be there. It's fine. You'll be fine.
No, pink is so messed up, dude. Pink is so messed up.
To be fair, all the buses are kind of.
Lime is so good, man.
You know, it's never there when you want it to be.
Lime is always there for you.
No, it's not.
It's like a good neighbor.
It is not.
It is like a good neighbor.
None of the buses are like that. And neither of the Victory. Like, it should be... I mean, I don't. What am I talking about? I don't live there. I'm homeless, actually.
Victory.
What the fuck?
What?
But anyway,
yeah, we just like picked Neha from the street for an interview.
And I did so good that now I run the podcast of the Future Leaders of User Experience Club at SCAD. But yeah, just as a final note, shout out to our socials, of course. Flux Instagram at SCADFlux. We're posting new stuff every day. We have a really busy quarter.
We are doing so many.
We're doing a lot.
So much more new stuff, and it's exciting stuff.
Like donuts and designers. Sorry, I might have butchered that. Awesome. Yeah.
Awesome blossom.
Bringing industry professionals to you type shit. Shout out to our LinkedIn if that's more your speed.
Yeah, we repost. If you tag SCADFlux on a SCADFlux event, SCADFlux reposts your SCADFlux added post.
Yeah. Get your connections up.
Yes.
And we have a Discord as well.
Yeah.
Startup's over, but you can find other things on there.
It's good to talk to other people.
It is great to talk to other people.
And then we also have our YouTube where you're watching us right now.
Yeah. There's like old videos on there as well. And we'll be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. That's it. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get this on SoundCloud, but you know, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what where the
we turn into rappers.
Where the wind takes us. Yeah. That's gonna be our intro music for next
The
year.
wind.
The wind. And we'll get someone to make a beat for us, and then we'll rap over it.
Yeah, fluxcore.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we gotta get out of here.
I gotta get out of here. You gotta get out of here.
I gotta get out of here.
All right.
Okay,
Bye.
Bye. Touch grass.
Touch grass.